Internet, hello and welcome to OKLCS Spring 2018. We are going to stream Platinum Capped Week 3 today. Unfortunately, we only have 3 of the 5 games that were played this week. One of them was played on a previous patch, and one of them, the replay could not be found. So, unfortunately, the 2 games that we will not be showing today... Oops, I closed that. I'm going to have to open that up again later. The 2 games that we will not be showing today will be between Oklahoma Platinum Rush and Reign of Kings Platinum. And the United is 1 Platinum versus Death Cap for Cutie
Yes, that
matches.
one was just played just before the patch where Swain's rework.
So we'll go ahead and let you know the results of that right now, and again at the end of the stream for those of you who really want to keep up and weren't here at the beginning. Death Cap for Cutie took the win over United as 1 Platinum, and Reign of Kings Platinum took the victory over Oklahoma Platinum Rush. So the games that we do have for you, the first of which will be between OU Platinum and Sky Fate. Yep. Yes. For those of you who don't know, I'm Alex HNA22, joined by Jack Loves Lamp Counts. We're here to cast these 3 games for you. Without further ado, we'll go ahead and get into the first game. It is OU Platinum. OU Platinum on the blue side versus Sky Fate on the red side, and we're trying to do a new thing. We're starting with this stream, and again, all the stats will be available online shortly. But for this game, we do have the bans away on both sides. In the first rotation of bans, OU Platinum on blue side banned away Tarek, Galio, and Ilawi. On the red side, Sky Fate banned away Zach, Shen, and Zerath. And then in the second round of bans, there was a Callista and Caitlyn banned on the side of OU Platinum away from Sky Fate, whereas Vel'Koz and Malzahar banned away by Sky Fate from OU Platinum during the second rotation of bans.
Man, a lot of mid lane bans there. And that ends up putting Skolden on Brand out of all champions.
Fitting though, Skolden, Brand,
No,
Fire.
It's perfect. He's got Ignite, he's Brand, his name is Skolden, all the pieces are in place. Who needs teleport? And we can actually see their keystones as of this patch.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Wow, that's great. Way to go spectate mode. Way to go Riot. So you no longer have to speculate and sit and watch until we just finally see a grass proc and we're like,
I think I saw Guardian, yeah.
We're like, whose Aftershock was that? I saw one in that fight, but there was a skirmish with 4 people. But yep. Alright, in the top lane, this is a matchup that can go either way. A lot of matchups with Gnar honestly can go either way. If Gnar starts to get ahead, it is pretty hard to fight back against the damage he can deal at a range. But if falling behind, he also has not a lot he can do in mini, and is definitely susceptible to getting killed by, it's like Darius. People say that Gnar counters Darius, but it's a matchup that you have to play very well, because if you let him grab you when you do not have jump, you die. And from there on, he can probably start snowballing that lane. So these Gnar matchups can go either way, even if it's a matchup that Gnar should win, he can definitely fall behind. He's just a squishy little Yordle?
Yeah.
Prehistoric Yordle?
Yeah, he's a prehistoric Yordle. I guess technically he's not a Yordle. He's like...
He's the missing link.
He's like the Homo sapien equivalent of a Yordle. No, sorry.
Like the
Homo
Neanderthal
sapien is a
kind of thing?
Yeah. I'm forgetting my binomial nomenclature here.
But yeah. I remember when I saw him coming out, I was just like, the missing link, because it was right about the same time that I had seen that Monsters vs. Aliens movie. That's what it is.
Monsters vs. Aliens.
And they have the missing link in it.
Ooh, good stun from Skolden.
Wow.
Will means he gets the full combo onto Honoin.
Well, solid trade, really. He comes out relatively unscathed from that, and Chunks, I do not...
I'm calling him Hoin.
Hoin?
Hoin Kyoma. Another combo, and the
trouble.
Ignite goes down after the passive. Meanwhile, Water Bear getting jumped on by Dr. Siggy Wiggy. Good Howling Gale comes across from Piplup. Unfortunately, only level 2 on the side of OU Platinum during that trade, so comes out a little bit on the behind.
Yeah, and Oriana's gonna have to back there. Pops the heal as well, not to die. She does have Unsealed Spellbook, so that's not too bad to burn the Summoner. That's, the whole point of it. Although they did knock it in 8.3 down to 15% from 25%.
Yeah.
So not
a little
quite as
bit
good.
of an over centralizing keystone. They said we need to nerf this a little bit. It's like kleptomancy was back in the day. Back in the day, like a couple patches
Well, yeah,
ago.
no, people were taking on everything. Tom top lane, like, not something that's a big top lane pick, but when you were trying to figure out what the best keystone on him was, it was Klepto. As was a lot of
and then after
champions.
Klepto gets nerfed, all of a sudden it's Unsealed Spellbook on everything.
Way to go, Inspiration. Inspiration's been nerfed pretty much every patch so far.
Yeah, Glacial Augment's coming next.
Is it really?
I don't know.
I've seen a lot of random champions and picks taking it, like things like Tom. I saw Darius take it.
There's been some Ezreals taking it ever since the Kleptomancy nerf.
Yeah,
People are like, oh, that's not where you want to be. Water Bear walks up a little bit too far without Piplup, gets stunned after the combo. The explosive shot and Ignite goes down. Goosey's gonna rocket jump forward onto him, gets condemned away. That will mean a summoner spell burned on the side of Sky Fate, so... But that is a big chunk out of Water Bear's health bar. These, good rupture from Dillinger means he's gonna get a good chunk out of Alarcian. He doesn't have the feast though, so no fear of that just yet. But that will be a good chunk. Howling Gale gonna come across. Oh, and Hyper Room walks out in plain sight. I think he thought Dr. Siggy was gonna get the combo, but Narcoleptic coming in. Dillinger, he doesn't have the feast. There's no way he's gonna be able to kill our Alarcian. The rupture is gonna be sidestepped, and First Blood goes over to Alarcian on the side of OU Platinum. This Skarner pick, something that a lot of people have been playing recently. Oh, Kioma is gonna get
he's been
stunned.
so good at hitting that combo. He's landed it 3 times that we've seen, even at least. And he's
gonna
still
go forward aggressively, continue to do that. Sky Fate, meanwhile, they saw Narcoleptic in the top lane, which means that Sky Fate are gonna go for the Ocean Dragon. Ocean Drake. Sky Fate will pick it up. No problemo, just takes a little bit of time, but Narcoleptic, he does have a 2-camp lead and a level on Hyper Room. Oh, this could be very dangerous. Water Bear flash pulverized from Dr. Siggy. He's gonna get the stun. The Flag and Drag comes in. He actually flashes for the knockup because he did overshoot on the Q, but it turns out to work out. And Dr. Siggy will pick one up back for Sky Fate. Not even sure though that was necessary from Hyper Room to flash for that, but it's a nice play. It's something you can do on Jarvan. If you don't know, you can use your flash while you're gliding through the air. And you will transfer the knockup. Unfortunately, you will not transfer the damage if you didn't hit them with the Q.
a little bit of poke on Cho'Gath. Seminary, fun pick on a couple different top laners here and there. Things like, you know, Vlad sometimes take it if they don't feel like taking Unsealed Spellbook.
Now, Dillinger has a catalyst in his inventory. Means that will be building towards the Abyssal Mask, I assume. He's up against Gnar, who does mostly physical damage, so the Abyssal Mask, maybe he's expecting that most of the damage will be coming from Hyper Proc, but he doesn't have any armor, which means Alarcian is free to wail on him with boomerangs and auto attacks, which do physical damage. Gnar does mostly physical damage.
Yeah, it can be tough when you're in a situation of someone like Cho'Gath, though, who's so health stacking oriented, because...
Ooh, another stun lands from Skolden, and meanwhile, Dr. Sikiwiki going for the combo. He's looking for the stun. One auto onto Water Bear will get him the stun, and a couple more auto attacks from Goosey. The Howling Gale from Piplup actually only hit Goosey, which means that Dr. Sikiwiki continuing to walk forward and get the stun. Unfortunately for them, that means that Goosey was not able to lay down quite as many auto attacks.
So I've seen a lot of people complaining that Janna's W does too much damage now.
Yes,
as a support main, that's true.
It does. Yeah,
it does.
It's
Okay.
pretty stupid. If you max W and you take Spell Thieves, which unfortunately Piplup has not done. He went for the coin. But if you take Spell Thieves and W, you can basically just like chunk the enemy AD carry out of lane whenever it comes off cooldown.
Dang, I do not play bot lane much, so I'm not really in tune with what's good and what's bad. But
another stunt from Skolden, but unfortunately, it's a 4v1 in the mid lane. Skolden gonna flash away from the shockwave, but he will get followed by Hyper Room. So the stopwatch will come through, but he's not gonna be able to make it out of this one. Goosey will pick one up for Sky Fate.
He goes down swinging, though. Throwing out damage the entire time. Unfortunately, though, he pops the...
Oh, good! Howling Gale interrupts the headbutt from Dr. Siggy Wiggy. Unfortunately, not able to clear out that ward in time, and they're getting ganked by Hyper Room. Except he backs away. Flag and drag over the side. A Larcian trying to auto down onto Dillinger.
I want to see Janna poke this Tristana.
Flag and drag.
Ooh,
Good.
nice.
Howling Gale will disengage once again. Want to see if Janna builds.
Oh, I'm sorry. No. I want to see Janna W this Tristana. I want to actually see for myself. Unless
when you
he
have
might not be building.
When you have the Ancient Coin, you're more than likely going to be going for the Emax with the Flash Suppress from Narcoleptic. Goosey's going down. All right.
Yeah,
We just want to talk about some game things, but OU Platinum not letting up on the gas.
So Jarvan this patch got nerfed as well to his armor, and I saw him have to back because he was getting low on health earlier, and now he is 20. Well, it's not CS, you know, because junglers they measure the score differently.
Five camps behind Narcoleptic, yeah,
5
and
camps
2
behind.
levels. 2 levels. He just hit 7, whereas Narcoleptic has been 8 for a little bit of time.
And Skarner just recently has risen to popularity, even seeing some play in some professional level games.
Yeah, so you max the E on Skarner, and it gives you a very large slow as well as a chunk of burst damage.
Yeah.
So
and that's
good
the
for
stun
ganks.
as well, right? And it's up to 1.5 seconds now?
I'm not sure how that works. So Skolden gonna get another combo onto Hoin.
Is the E the projectile?
Yeah, it's the fracture.
Okay, so that's also the stun, yes. So when he autos them, it stuns them as well.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
sorry, I thought you were asking if the stun does the stun increase in duration?
Oh, with points? I don't
think it does. That's what I thought you were asking. That boomerang comes in, hits Hyper Room. They're about to blast go Narcoleptic over the side. Skolden has been landing a lot of these combos from onto Hoin. But yeah, Narcoleptic on this Skarner, he's been doing pretty well so far. Already, he's got 100% kill participation, 2 kills, 2 successful ganks off in 11 minutes. Oh, the flash headbutt! Dr. Siggy, we can put Skolden in the middle, another 1v4, but he gets one back! He killed off Hoin!
They all stand on top of each other for those passive procs, whoops.
Wow, they really are not a fan of Skolden on this mid lane brand. 4-man gank onto him 2 times now. This time he gets one back. But thanks to that trading 1-for-1, that Skolden doing a good job for himself in the mid lane, OU Platinum are the ones who do have the priority on this dragon area. You see, does actually get slowed up by the fracture, but he'll not chase into Fog of War. Teleport coming in from Hoin. Howling Gale just gonna disengage yet again, but that does give Skyfate control over the Infernal Dragon area.
So with the Janna, is it a combination of Spell Thief's like Scorch, Summon Airy, and then the W damage buff? And so just one poke is a decent chunk of burst?
Yeah. Plus, her passive. The way they reworked her passive, so you get bonus damage on single target abilities and auto attacks. If I'm not mistaken, it might just be auto attacks. Meanwhile, Water Bear is going hard onto Goosey, but he's not doing a whole lot of damage yet. The Monsoon will keep Water Bear topped off, and Dr. Siggy gets stunned. He cleanses it immediately with the Unbreakable Will. So Infernal Dragon to OU Platinum, and nobody dies. Definitely a win in their favor.
The game's still pretty close. Only about 500 gold difference right now.
Where is that coming from? I guess it's really hard to tell. I would assume it comes from mostly the discrepancy between Narcoleptic and Hyper Room.
There we go.
Yeah, it's like all between Narcoleptic and Hyper Room. Everywhere else is pretty close across the board.
I mean, we can definitely see it. He's 20 CS, 5 camps. Because each camp is worth 4?
Yeah,
or
it
so, give or
counts as
take?
4
Gotcha.
as far as CS goes. Each camp does. So,
Snar doesn't have the Black Cleaver yet. As soon as he does, there's a lot of kill pressure
oh wait,
on a
it is.
Cho'Gath.
It's Rod of Ages on Dillinger. Ooh, that's a good rupture to catch
Uh-oh.
the hop. Larcion gonna get flash feasted, but he
Doesn't
doesn't
quite
have the
damage.
damage, and that means he's gonna go down to Skolden's combo.
He misses.
Hyper misses the flag. Wow.
Flash flag.
Larcion, I don't even think it would have killed him because of that nullifying.
Yeah, I think
orb.
what he wanted to do there instead of that was maybe flag drag, and then if he saw it in range, maybe flash ult. That's quite a bit of distance, and that's a little
Well, but
bit
he
safer.
flashed to put down the flag, so he wouldn't.
No, yeah. So I'm saying maybe a different order would have been able to save him flash. You could have saved flash after seeing if he was going to actually get that kill.
So,
ooh, dragged under
weirdly
tower.
enough,
Wow!
Wow, what? This narcoleptic damage! Trinity Force finished on the jungler of OU Platinum. Owen is gonna go down. Solo killed by the enemy jungler.
And
that's a feels bad,
Trinity
man.
Force plus those magical boots. That's a fast Skarner when you have those 2 items. It's already been
Narcoleptic
upgraded.
level 10 at this point. He's keeping even in terms of his levels with solo laners.
So the Skarner builds, has it mostly just been Triforce full tank maybe Wit's End?
Yeah, well, I think most of the time at high levels of play, you just see like full tank Skarner, and then like they will get Trinity Force if they're like super ahead.
Gotcha.
But it's kind of the same way with like Jax, where you go full tank Jax, and then you.
And
go
if you're
Trinity
ahead,
Force
maybe you
if you're
get like
super ahead.
Titanic or something.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, Triforce or yeah. Gotcha. So did they change Vayne's ability to like Q damage turrets? I haven't seen people do that as much.
No,
as
but
they
there's the
did.
combo from Dr. Siggy Wiggy looking for
they
the stun.
going for it?
That's a condemn from Waterbread, but they rocket jump forward. Good Monsoon from Piplup will disengage, but they've got the Cataclysm from Hyper Room. Piplup will be gifted over to Goosey. Okay.
And Skarner shows up to the party a little bit too late. That Alistar, so beefy. Waterbear is doing nothing to phase it.
Yeah, it takes a while for that Vayne to come online. He's doing a good job as far as keeping up in CS with Goosey, who is playing one of the better ADCs to play in lane.
Mars got the Black Cleaver now, so he definitely has some kill pressure
And
here.
Dillinger has gone
steps
for
up
the
to-
relatively inefficient Rod of Ages build on Cho'Gath.
Rod of Ages has been an item that's just sort of struggled a little, like,
Struggled to stay competitive, yeah.
which they're
especially
finally
on
coming back
Cho'Gath.
to make some changes to it next patch.
I'm not really a big fan. Oh, Piplup face checks into Dr. Siggy Wiggy. He's gonna get headbutted back over the side. That's a good stun, and Piplup will be going down.
Jarvan just keeps coming bot lane, and this Alistar so aggressive, but it's working out.
It's a good lane 2 gank with the Alistar. Just hold them in place with your headbutt, pulverize, and then stun. You'll know exactly when it's gonna come down. Easy to land a Flagon Dragon.
Yeah.
Honestly, he just does a lot of damage. You max that pulverize, the base damage is relatively high. He's got the aftershock, which while the damage was nerfed, it's still quite a decent bit to squishy champions like Vayne and Janna.
Skarner just clearing so fast.
Yeah, when you
Another
have the
camp up
shrines-
from that lead we were previously talking about.
Yeah, when you have those shrines on Skarner, you get increased mana regen and increased attack speed.
And
So you
movement
clear fast.
Yeah, as you can tell, despite clearing as quickly as he wants, he is full mana.
Yeah.
And he's spamming Q the entire time. I've played a lot of champions like Skarner and Zac in my day, and I just have that.
Oh, Narcoleptic
Dillinger
looking
might
for
be
a jump into
here.
Dillinger. There's the Fracture slow, but the Rupture will land. He needs to auto him for the stun. There's the Wallop. There's the
There's the
Chain
stun.
CC. And there's the Gnar. Narcoleptic on a killing spree.
And I just have it engraved in like stuff like Hecarim top used to be a thing, and I like a really good like a meta pick, and those champions just all have me trained to just like spam Q, and so like
Press
there's like a
Q
lot
over
of
and over.
champions.
Larcion might be in trouble here. Gonna use the boomerang. Dr. Sicky, we didn't feel comfortable going hard for a Larcion, even with 2 allies there. So Piplup reclaiming the shrine for his jungler.
You do get gold from taking those too. It's not a lot. It's like 15, I think, and if 2 people stand on it, everyone gets 7.
I've gotten 10 from it before. So.
10 from it before, so maybe it like changes as the game goes on. I know at the very beginning you can get 15, but I guess I haven't paid attention to it later in the game. I ain't starting to run away here.
I could be wrong. There's no tower here though, but it will be Skyfate just looking for the Infernal. Do not want to let the second one go over to Narcoleptic, but Narcoleptic's in the area. Dr. Sigma going to do what he can to keep him away from it. Yeah, there it goes. Skyfate going to pick up the Infernal Dragon. Now, who's going to take the fight? Howlin' Gale not going to have the range, and Piplup and Water Bear were on the wrong side.
There are 3 pink wards there. That might be overkill.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't think it splits. I think you can just multiply it by having multiple people to stand on it. Which obviously is ineffective for time reasons, but... Oh, Water Bear going for the 1v1, but I don't think he wins this, and especially not if it's not a 1v1. Hyper Room in the area. Piplup, he's gonna go with a Flash Cataclysm, and Water Bear gonna be going down. Yeah, interesting use of Flash there, but he needed to Flash anyway, so... Just ends up looking funny. Alright, Narcoleptic doesn't want to greed for that control ward with the members of Skyfate coming in. Poing gonna be handed off his blue buff. Oh no, Hyper Room has to smite it because Narcoleptic was looking for the steal, but now he's gotta get out. Oh, he's collapsed on! The Buster Shot back into the team! I'm Lee Sin now, says Goosey on Tristana, and Narcoleptic gonna be shut down. It's gonna go over to Goosey. And Skyfate, they've been doing a really good job of gifting the kills to Goosey. You see everybody stop autoing when they know they have the kill, and they just let Goosey pick it up. He's got 3 kills now to his name. Mercury's Treads rather, on this 80 carry.
Yeah, it's a lot of people know this, some people don't though, so I'll just say it anyway. Suppressions and stuff are not reduced by tenacity like most other CC.
Yeah.
And
so I would assume that that's just for the brand stun.
Yeah.
Possibly the Gnar and the Wallet, but if you get hit by Gnar, you're probably dead.
Yeah, there are a lot of stuns. Vayne has a stun, Brand has a stun. Outside of the suppress,
Skarner also
has a stun.
Oh, this is a big dive onto a Larcion. That's a good Wallop. He's gonna get knocked up though repeatedly, and the will be going down. That's a good Gnar. It's not enough though, and now Piplup gets caught by the last remaining member of Skyfate. Gotta get out of there. Narcoleptic looking to catch out the separated member, but he's gotta leave now. It was just knock up City for Skyfate. Now Piplup is in trouble! Flash away, Cataclysm gonna catch him, and Scolding gonna be paying the price as well, which is just his flash, but it might be his life after the Rupture lands. He's got the stun, Rocket Jump forward, Flag and Drag is not gonna get him. He's gonna throw out the Pyroclasm, he's not gonna be able to get any kills, thanks to the Smite and the Summoner heal.
Hyper Room got healed quite a bit there, but it was just the heal from Goosey and a shield.
Yeah. He also got smited, the wolf.
Ah, that's where that health came from.
Yeah. Alright, whoa! Skyfate going for the 21-minute Baron because Water Bear in the bottom lane and a couple members of Skyfate, or OU Platinum dead. Narcoleptic now getting zoned away. Goosey Rocket jumps into him. Flag and Drag comes out, and it's going to be Narcoleptic going down for a second time. Rocket jumps straight back in. Back onto the Baron for Skyfate. And it looks like they will be getting it.
I was going to say tab up to see the health bar.
Yeah, it's gone. It's Skyfate. Oh, early Smite comes down, but they've got Dillinger. They've got the Feast available. Ooh. So it will be going down. Skyfate pick up the Baron, but they lose a bot lane inner for it.
I knew they were low, and I saw that Gnar Q come in, and I was like, oh my goodness.
Piplup looking to try and stop some recalls. Water Bear doing what he can to get the inhibitor. That's why Piplup played so far forward, trying to stop the recalls. But Piplup now, knowing that multiple people have gotten their recalls off, with the Baron empowered, they need to get out of there.
Yeah. Almost gets that inhibitor turret. He does at least take a turret, though not really worth in terms of gold. I think in terms of global gold, Baron's worth twice as much.
I believe so. Pretty close to that much, yeah. Really good vision on the side of OU Platinum around that top side area. They felt very confident going for that Baron, knowing that OU Platinum and nowhere near it. Saw several people dead, several people caught out on the way in because of the lack of vision that they have in there. Saw Narcoleptic just sort of walk by multiple members of Skyfate into his own doom.
Alright, now they have Baron buff. Let's see what they're going to do with it. Their comp isn't really great for sieging, particularly, but they have amazing engage. They're pretty ahead. This Alistar and this Jarvan. Jarvan's actually not building tank. This Alistar is very tanky. If he gets in with a nice Orianna, like, it sets up for a nice Orianna ult, then they could definitely make a fight happen.
This is a good collapse. Piplup gonna use the Monsoon to try and save himself, but he gets blown to bits. Oh, that's a good two-man knockout from Dr. Sigawiki. Narcoleptic forced to go out the other direction. A stun coming down. Pyroclasm just shifting through Sky Fate, but he doesn't have enough damage. No Leandries yet, but Narcoleptic in the back line. Flag and drag, Shockwave, and he will go down. Dillinger picks up the kill. Waterbear gonna get stunned by Dr. Sigawiki, but not before he gets Goosey. Now he's actually turned it around. Flag and drag in from Hyper Room. Cataclysm will take him out. Goes unstoppable now, 5-0-9 for the jungler of Sky Fate, but it ends up being a 2-for-1, or 3-for-1, I'm sorry.
Vayne's autos are starting to hit pretty hard. If I were Sky Fate, I would be looking to close this game out as quickly as I can. They've got 4 members up and Baron with it, so they should be able to get a turret, maybe 2 here.
Yeah, Skolden went for Rylai's Crystal Scepter, or Rod of Ages into Rylai's Crystal Scepter, so he is actually severely lacking in the damage you normally expect from a brand due to the lack of the Leandries, flat magic penetration, and the Eyes of Pain burn. And
yeah,
I don't know exactly how it works for mid lane brand, but the sorcerer shoes flat magic penetration is super effective. Wow, Piplup just gets blown to bits by the lethality on Hyper Room's Jarvan.
All right, it looks like they might get this next dragon. It is a Cloud Dragon.
But flat magic penetration is really good on Bran because he has so much percent max health damage in his kit. Which is why he's not doing nearly as much damage as you'd expect, because he's gone for the cooldown boots, he's gone for the tankier AP items, the Rod of Ages, the Rylai's, with instead of the Leandry's Torment and the Luden's Echo that you see a lot of brands go for. No Void Staff either, so.
Man. Again, just touching on the AP item changes that are coming next patch, Brand will be very good if they go through the way they have them currently. Leandries would definitely do well on him. Although he'll do less mid-game burst against squishies, because they are
trying to get Narcoleptic in there, but it's really hard for him to get in and suppress a priority target. What with Cho'Gath, you gotta run through Cho'Gath's Scream and his Rupture, you gotta run through a cow, you gotta get
Baron,
over the Cataclysm.
Yeah. Baron is gone. Both teams 5-man balled up here, looking for a fight.
Those Ruptures are landing and just continue. Oh, Flash! He gets the 80 carry of all people! The Monsoon pushes Goosey even further back. 3-man Shockwave, Piplup gonna go down as well, but Waterbear's untouched in the fight. He's going hard, he kills off Hoey. Now a Larcion is still alive and Skolden doing what he can, but the feast comes down. They've lost Waterbear. Narcoleptic still continuing to chase forward. The Rupture not quite gonna land, but the Silence Wheel double kill goes over to Dillinger. It's a 3-for-3. Goosey walks forward just a little bit too far, and Narcoleptic seizes the opportunity. Unfortunately, with how behind the team is and the severe lack of damage from Skolden at this time, it's gonna mean that they are able to make it out. You know, that flat magic penetration right now would be really powerful if Skolden had it. Look, no magic resist built up, not even on Dillinger, the one null magic mantle.
Yeah, during that last fight, I mean, it somewhat worked out, somewhat didn't, but Waterbear literally stood on top of the tanks to get autos off on Queen. Queen. While he did pick up the kill on Orianna, he got killed right after. When you're a Vayne, you are a tank murderer. So I don't know why he didn't focus down one of the tanks instead of standing on them to aim for the Orianna. But he ends up going 1-for-1 in the fight. Just potentially could have gotten more, especially when the only person really hitting the tanks was the Brand, who, like you mentioned, has his build up until this point has like a little bit bruisery utility based.
Yeah. It's just that, and I understand, like, there is a big feeling, it feels good to want to build Rylai's because, oh, I'm Brand, I'm just gonna slow them forever. But honestly, not worth it in a lot of cases just because of how little damage you'll be doing, especially on mid lane Brand. And the slow really isn't even that much anymore.
Yeah, no, and it varies for things. I think with single target stuff, it's still decent, but
single target stuff, it's decent, but AoE and more importantly DOTs, it's also
yes, it's much weaker if it's not single target. Which I think Brand only has the one single target ability, the E. Well, I don't know what the ult counts as really. I guess it would count, but still.
And now Dillinger with the adaptive helm.
Narcoleptic might be in trouble. He's fast. He's away.
But the adaptive helm on Dillinger now means that Skolton is basically doing nothing to him. And Piplup's in out of position. Howling Gale comes across, but the Cataclysm will land. Monsoon used. He will have to flash out, and now this is a bad area. Dr. Siggy gets in with a good knock combo. Water Bear gonna go down. Shockwave catches 2 more. Suppress goes down. Goosey gonna QSS it. And now OU Diamond on the run, or OU Platinum rather, on the run. Piplup will survive. And Larcian gonna get combo, gonna get Rupture the Exhaust, and the feast will be Sky Fate picking up 1 more. 4 for 1 in their favor.
Alright, are they going to push for Inhibitor? Or are they going to go to Baron? Looks like they are pushing for Inhibitor. Can't blame them. 20 seconds until Water Bear spawns. The only person up is Piplup right now. So that looks like it's going to be an Inhibitor for these guys.
Oh, and Goosey gonna rocket jump over the wall looking for Piplup. The Redemption gonna just ensure that he lives, and Goosey sees it and backs away. Just focusing down that top lane Inhibitor. Hype Room 7, 2, and 15 on AD Jarvan. Dillinger even is starting to get tankier with a little bit more conventional builds. Still yet to pick up the Stone Plate,
which is part of that classic Cho'Gath one-shot.
Yeah, just walk in, press your number button, and press R, and then the guy's dead. Narcoleptic trying to clear out some control wards, but Skyfate's still in the area, needs to make sure he doesn't get caught.
Skyfate has a habit of stacking.
That's a good Howling Gale, and actually Water Bear going forward for it. Goosey getting caught, the Shockwave pulls him away, but the Suppress will land, and that will be them losing their mid laner. Now OU Platinum looking for the Baron. The Inhibitor still up, so they don't have the added pressure from Skyfate. They do still have Feast, and they do still have Hyper Room Smite. Who will come out ahead? Who will come out here? The Righteous Glory pop by Dillinger. Rupture gonna land onto the 80 carry. Flag and Dragon Cataclysm got just 3, but the Monsoon keeps them all alive. Hyper Room gonna go down. They've they've got the Nard in the back line. And Goosey gonna go down. Double kill goes over to the top 80 carry. Now Water Bear going hard for it. The Wallop will land. Dr. Siggy gonna be going down. Headbutts him away, but it will just mean Alarcian gonna be picking this one up for himself. Piplup, no, he says it's mine, and now OU Platinum goes for the Baron.
Alright, so in that fight, there was a fantastic engage by Hyperroom and the rest of Sky Fate, but Gnar was in the backline on top of Goosey, and the damage outside of that initial burst damage from the Cataclysm, in terms of AoE and team fight abilities, was gone. Goosey was not a part of the fight thanks to Larcian getting on top of him, and so as soon as he pushes Goosey out of the fight, his team's able to come back from that engage, start clearing away the tanks.
Piplup used the Monsoon, and just like, if you use the burst, it didn't kill. It did a lot of damage, but when you can't follow it up, the Monsoon just like negates it entirely. And everyone comes out of that at full health as the walls of the Cataclysm fall, and they just kill off the rest of Sky Fate. So now that means OU Platinum pick up the Baron. Infernal Dragon on the table. Howling Gale just looking to
really come out of that gentle swinging as well.
Narcoleptic really wants this one, but the Rupture gonna land. It will be going to Sky Fate, so they got double Infernal, plus a total of 4 Elemental Drakes. And now Narcoleptic might be out of position, gonna run away with the Crystalline Exoskeleton. Dr. Siggy really wants to look for the engage. Rupture not gonna land. Another 5-man ball from both teams.
And that's why for a little while
Water Bear just gonna chunk down Goosey. Continue.
You saw people like Alistar taking Ardent Sensor because they had that team-wide heal that they
oh, good Howling Gale!
Nice.
We'll catch Hyper Room on the way in. He's not able to get the flash. He actually failed his flash as well.
Larcian going Mega. Are they going to look for anything here?
I don't think they'll look for anything, but it will mean that Sky Fate can no longer stay. Hyper Room even having to cancel his recall and flag and drag out. The recall being channeled by Dillinger as OU Platinum continue to shove up the mid lane. Owen gets crit by Water Bear.
1 crit after tumble and half of her health goes down.
You just have to land the Shockwave onto Water Bear and then kill him before Piplup can keep him alive.
Alright, both teams starting to square up. Looks like they're moving to take their Baron buff to this pretty large wave top.
Yeah, Dr. Siggy hesitating a little bit. No hesitation there. Shockwave comes out. Monsoon, it's not enough to save Hyper Bear this time, but now the Pyroclasm shifting between Sky Fate. Members, Hyper Room gonna go down. Flash away from A. Larcion throws out the boulder. It's a 1-for-1.
Yeah, pretty nice.
2-for-1. 2-for-1. I didn't notice Narcoleptic died.
Pretty nice ults from Larcion and Skolden there, but it didn't matter. Water Bear went down thanks to Siggy Wiggy and the Orianna ult, so they really lost. Like, they don't have that much damage after that because look at the build for Skolden. Relatively low damage. There's no high AP items. There's not a ton of magic pin because he only has half of what you might normally expect.
Yeah, and he needs to pick up the Void Staff
and
now.
and he also doesn't have a Void Staff.
Not to mention, even when he gets the Void Staff, he's not going to do basically anything to Dillinger with the Adaptive Helm in his pocket.
Yeah, maybe he needs to switch those Boots of Lucidity to Sork Boots because it's a substantial amount of the magic like all the magic pin available. It's half. That's why you would sometimes see people on Karthus as their 6th item. They would build a second pair of Sork Boots.
Mathematically, the double Sork Boots is actually what gives you the most damage on Karthus.
Yes, because that extra 15 magic pin was what could clutch him essentially one-shotting squishies with his ult at that late game point. So
the question of whether you want to do that is like, do I value that extra bit of damage more than I value like a unique passive like Zanya's or Riley's or things like that? But as far as damage goes, Sork Shoes is the best. A double Sork Boots.
15 more magic pin.
Alright, so things calming down. Yet the inhibitor actually has not yet gone down on either side. Sky Fate, they have 2 naked inhibitors, but failed to pick up either one of them. Water Bear, most of this game rides for OU Platinum on whether Water Bear can avoid getting 100-0'd. And tumbling forward into a tank is not the way to do it. Careful there for.
Right, there are no inhib towers on the side of OU Platinum, so if they lose a fight here, they're losing a lot, maybe even the game. Goosey standing a little bit too close to this Narcoleptic, who could definitely flash.
Narcoleptic has flash, but there is a QSS available for Goosey. Let's see. OU Platinum are the ones aggressing forward, looking to see if they can siege onto this inhibitor. Oh, that's a good crit onto Piplup. Howling Gale gonna knock up a couple.
Yeah, Larcion just loses Mega.
Oh, Narcoleptic needs to get out of there. He's taking a lot of damage from Goosey. Now it's a lot more dangerous for him to go hard, trying to get the suppress. Sky Fate, and now they're the ones looking for the engage. Howling Gale will come across once again. Righteous Glory pop! They're gonna flash onto him, but Dillinger, he can't get the feast! He goes with the Pyroclasm! There's the Monsoon being used to top them all up. The Redemption gonna come out. Shockwave catches the tanks! They're gonna get a wallop. That's a good no on the 2! They got Water Bear in the back line, now just critting onto the priority members of Sky Fate! He'll use the stopwatch, the suppress onto Dr. Siggy Wiggy. It will mean OU Platinum, they get a 4 for 0. It might make it 5. No, he loses 1. Water Bear picks up. And now Piplup looking for the Howling Gale, the Command Protect. Halloween will survive. No, he won't! The shield expires as Piplup throws out the Zephyr, and it's a 5 for 1 in favor of OU Platinum.
Wow. Dana's damage there was pretty decent for somebody so, enchantery.
And is this the end of the game? Are they just gonna win off of that? OU Platinum, they've gotten the Nexus Towers. Yeah, 15 seconds on Hyper Room and Dr. Siggy Wiggy, and they can't stand up to 4 members of OU Platinum, which means they will be the ones who take the victory after a long-fought battle against Sky Fate.
They just tunnel too hard onto Water Bear because he is such an important part of their damage, but Water Bear somehow slips through the cracks and eventually gets into the backline and takes down Goosey. And once Goosey goes down, their team just really didn't seem like it did enough damage.
Yeah.
Alistar, full damage Jarvan seemed like maybe he was dying too quick to get down enough
a little
damage.
Bit too quick. Yeah, I think they died with the feast up. If I'm not mistaken. I might have missed it during the fight, but in the end, it will be OU Platinum taking the victory over Skyfate. We do have 2 more Platinum Cap games for you tonight. We'll show them to you after the break, and so we'll see you in just a few minutes. Thank you all for watching. Internet, hello and welcome back to OKLCS Spring 2018. We are on the stream for Platinum Capped week number 3. We just saw OU Platinum take the victory over Sky Fate. And I forgot to mention this because I was so into the whole new, we got champion select and everything. But they came into this game, Sky Fate came into this game 2-0. OU Platinum 1-1. If I'm not mistaken. No, they came in 0-2.
Yeah, they did.
So
this is their first win.
Yeah, so they took a victory over a 2-0 team. Not bad. The next game will be between GSM and the old Razzle Dazzle. GSM being Gecko Slammed Armageddon, not to be confused with Gecko Slammer Armageddon. Without further ado, we'll go ahead and jump into the game. And again, Gecko Slammed Armageddon on the blue side. They are coming into this game 2-0, if I'm not mistaken. That is correct. And the old Razzle Dazzle coming in 1-1.
1-1.
So we'll get to
and
see
we
how
also
these two teams
have
match
the bans for this match as well.
So on the blue side, GSM in their first rotation, they banned away Rammus, Warwick, and Trundle from the side.
That is Rumble.
Yeah. Oh, I said Rammus. I don't know where that came from. Rumble, Warwick, and Trundle. On the other side, the old Razzle Dazzle banned away Azir, Camille, and Kane. Yeah, Waldo did have quite a good game on Kane last time on stream.
Yeah, even posted that not a 1v5 per se, but a pretty good fight as a full tank Kane around a Baron where he gets a pentakill.
See the second rotation of bans, Orianna and Tristana banned away by GSM away from the old Razzle Dazzle, and then Rakan and Bard taken away from Silver Spade from that support role by Razzle Dazzle. Okay, so nothing's gonna happen. They almost ran into each other in the mid lane, but nothing to be done there.
Both teams just gonna spread out, kind of watch the jungle entrances a little bit, and then head to their lanes.
So both junglers gonna be leashed onto their bottom side.
Starting red buff, rev rifts. So, man, that is hard to say.
Rev rifts.
Rev rifts.
I
want to say red rifts. So bad.
Rev rifts. Oh, the cheese coming out. Dark Binding gonna land, but the Death Sentence will land as well. He's gonna follow through, gets the Aftershock onto them. So it will be a little bit of damage onto both sides of the Razzle Dazzle, but Silver Spade will take a substantial bit more damage. Good sidestep from Boy Toy Troy. Unfortunately, that is Death Sentence taken at level 1 for Boy Toy Troy, which means that he has significantly reduced trading power without that Flay auto attack.
Half the first minion wave goes by. Dreyfus had 0 CS.
Missed it all.
Yeah, missed quite a bit of that first melee wave.
No, he hasn't. He's still alive.
Oh, I thought he missed. Oh. Wait, no, that was the second wave.
Oh, that was the second. Oh, you're right. Oh wow, we're a lot farther into this game than I thought.
They spent so much time fighting in that tri-bush. That was right when the waves were colliding during the little skirmish.
Wow, okay. Oh, so yeah, so Dreyfus missed a lot of CS.
He did, unfortunately. Because Beekeeper and Silver Spade had the inside track on getting back to the wave.
Yeah.
And we were able to get a better angle on those that CS.
Waldo. Waldo's in the enemy jungle right now. Did he steal the red buff or did he just waste some time? Naked Beekeeper trading onto Boy Toy Troy. Shadow Dash from Hadley onto Levis. He's going to walk back into the Spirit Refuge. Nicely done. Rever's going to come through, but he wants to back away because he knows Waldo's on his way in. Seymour going to get close on that light binding, but Gilgalad is trading nicely onto Seymour.
Yeah, despite missing that binding, he did have an enhanced auto left over after hitting the W. Or
the E, the Lucent Singularity.
Lucent Singularity. The W is the shield?
Prismatic Barrier.
Gotcha.
The Q is light binding. It's the root.
Yeah.
Light binding is the root.
Is there actually a difference between root and snare? I don't think
so. I think that root is the technical term for it, if I'm not mistaken.
I have
Dark
no
Binding
idea.
gonna land on the Boy Toy Troy. Oh, Black Shield not available actually until afterwards. The Flay Pot comes through. The Aftershock will do some damage. Summoner Hill comes out for Naked Beekeeper. Boy Toy Troy continuing to move forward. Unfortunately, does not have the cooldown on that Death Sentence. It's pretty large cooldown at rank 1. But Naked Beekeeper forced to summon her heal and gets really chunked.
It might just be like a distinction I make.
Toy gets caught by another Dark Binding, but Drapius goes forward aggressively. Mystic Shot is gonna land Dark Binding, or Death Sentence rather, onto Silver Spade. Naked Beekeeper flashes away from the last Mystic Shot. They're looking for damage on the Silver Spade, but they will not find it. But Naked Beekeeper and Silver Spade bullied out of lane. Now Reverend's gonna find Waldo. Oh, but the Dark Binding will land. This is a 3-3-1 situation until Drapius gets here anyways. He's gonna Arcane Shift forward.
Really aggressive play from this Ezreal.
He feels ready to... He feels that his team will back him up, but he's got to be a little bit careful. Levi's is going to get Shadow Dash on while trying to build an item. Going to use the Bellows Breath, but he will not actually get the Brittle Proc onto Hadley.
Wow, this is going to cost Naked Beekeeper quite a bit
A
of CS.
very large amount of CS, yes. As well as the EXP from these minions that are dying. Silver Spade will at least pick that up.
What is the ratio on duo lanes? I know it's not quite 50-50, but I don't know what it actually...
EXP code?
Yes, EXP
Hadley, meanwhile, is going to jump onto Levi's.
Levy.
It's
French. Is it just like 2/3?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Hadley
Waldo
now
might
getting
have a good
ganked though
gank
by
here.
Waldo. Levi's cannot come in to help. He's gonna get a good Shadow Dash, dodge it. Oh, will land the Sonic Wave, electrocute damage. Gonna follow with the Resonating Strike. Hadley flashes, Waldo will flash, but it will be Levi's flash that picks up first blood with the Bellows Breath.
Alright, so it costs them both of their flashes, but they burn a flash and get first blood.
Yeah. Will go nicely into Levi's pocket. Make sure that he can continue to buy items, get some mana and some resistances to stay competitive in this lane.
So in terms of kill gold, right? If you kill someone, the default is 300. First blood is 400.
Yeah, boy toy
and
try
then
looking
if
for
you...
the Death Sentence. Ooh, tried to predict Silver Spade, throwing the Black Shield on the Naked Beekeeper preemptively. Gonna land the Dark Binding. Oh, on to Drapius, which means that Naked Beekeeper and Silver Spade actually come out ahead in the trade.
And then if you have died quite a bit, you start to be worth less.
Yes.
Scaling down towards 100 gold or something. And then okay, I know they changed how it worked by putting in some sort of bounty system. Is it that as you scale up, there's like an additional 200 gold that gets shared between the team, or
Yeah,
is it...
yeah. So, is it 200 gold? I don't know the exact number, but yeah,
Like,
all of bounties are shared between the teams. So you'll get 300 gold for the kill, for whoever gets the kill. Oh, Naked Beekeeper's in a bad spot. Oh, they've got Hadley, Sand United coming in. Shadow Dash is not gonna land. Naked Beekeeper didn't even need the Black Shield, but he will die to Rip Rips, unfortunately.
I think that's right. I think if you start to get on a kill streak,
but yeah,
scaling up to 5, there's an additional 200 gold that's shared between everyone on your team whenever you die, so that you'll keep that 300 gold for the initial kill, and then if they have a pretty good kill streak going, you can share up to 200 gold with yourself and the other 400.
Oh, Seymour gonna use the Nether Grasp onto King Gilgalad, but he did not have them E on him, so Gilgalad does take... Ooh, he gets a refresh! Throws out the Prismatic Barrier. Waldo not able to get the steal.
He does get Lux!
Oh wow, he got him, and now Seymour continuing to move forward. They've got the teleport in from Levis, and he's looking for more. Hadley getting chased away by the Void Puppies. Oh, the
nice
True Shot
shot.
Barrage from Drapius, and now he's got red buff from killing Waldo.
Man, you think...
Oh, but the Dark Binding will keep him in way.
You think Levy would warn him. He got hit by that shot. He should have been like, guys, take
Oh,
cover.
the flash for the Mystic Shot. He's looking for the red buff slow. And now they're getting collapsed on by Silver Spade over the side. Dark Binding comes in, and now Seymour's back. And they got the silence. They got the kill into Boy Toy Troy. Seymour on the killing spree. And now Naked Beekeeper's here. Drapius has no mana. He's losing out on this one. He's going to go down. Naked Beekeeper. Somebody here comes out. Mystic Shot is not going to be used. Oh, it will land, but not enough damage. The Dark Binding lands. He's going to use the stopwatch for nothing and just die. Levis breathes on him and picks up a kill for himself.
You may be watching this replay and thinking, as I did, Naked Beekeeper, use Q. Why are you not finishing him off? Viruses these days tend to max the E rather than the Q, and that Q, when you do not put points in it, has like a 13-second cooldown. So that is why he was not pressing Q to finish that off, is it has a very long cooldown when you don't max it, because Varus these days max E.
Good by Naked Beekeeper to not try and help quote unquote help his team finish the kill that they had for 100% and put himself at risk for Drapius just sniping him down. So Tower First Blood goes down in favor of GSM though.
Yeah. Ooh. Getting themselves to a pretty significant gold lead, almost 2K.
1.6k gold is the discrepancy between GSM and Razzle Dazzle. Oh, good snipe from Waldo.
The blue buff.
So, strangely enough, the Infernal Dragon went over to Boy Toy Troy in the midst of Waldo and Reverend standing there with Smite available. So, interesting there. But it does mean that the old Razzle Dazzle pick up the Infernal Dragon, which will play a part.
Yeah, I've seen my fair share of supports.
Seymour face check straight into Reverend. He uses the silence, the Flagon Drag is available, he's gonna go for Silver Spade, the Cataclysm will land, and he's actually gonna get Nethergrass. Seymour doing the damage, the Stand United comes out, he's got the Malefic Visions on him, Silver Spade throws out the Dark Binding, and Naked Beekeeper's here. He doesn't have his 6 though, so no Chain of Corruption, Death Sense will land, the box comes out, Waldo kicks him away, Hadley looking for the Shadow Dash, the Black Shield will not be enough to save you this time, there's the True Shot Barrage, chunks down Silver Spade. So here's the thing about Malzahar. So the Malefic Visions does a lot of your damage. Final Spark looking to see if he could snipe out Silver Spade. The duration of that DOT is actually refreshed when you hit Q and when you hit R. So the Seymour, the last 2 times he's ulted, did not put the Malefic Visions on the person that he was ulted beforehand. So you're missing out on a lot of damage.
A lot. Man, back in the day, Malzahar's defining feature was that E. It was a nuke. You put that on a half-health squishy and you're like, ah, got it.
They're dead. They're actually just dead.
Alright. Looks like they're might be planning a dive here on the
beat. They very well might be. Waldo's here just to make sure it doesn't happen.
Ooh,
whoa, no! Death Sentence threads the needle! Boy Toy Troy finds Naked Beekeeper. Has to flash out of there. That was a nice Death Sentence from Boy Toy Troy. But they've got the rest of GSM to contend with on their way down. Chain of Corruption still available, so Naked Beekeeper can try and be useful. True Shot Barrage! Drapius for the second time gets a kill, but it might cost him his life. He's gonna go down, dodges away, but the Nethergrass will land, and this time he goes down. Seymour picks him up.
The Lantern so close yet so far. That was just mean. Like, Boy Toy Troy throws out that lantern like, all of a sudden.
I can save him, and he's just like, yeah, Seymour stares at him and says, don't you take that lantern.
Yeah, no, so they actually stole that move from Pokemon. There's a move, I think it might be called Scary Look. I can't remember specifically.
It's Mean Look.
You're
it's
right.
Mean Look.
And when you use that, your enemy cannot flee
cannot
from
escape.
battle.
Yep, exactly.
So.
Ooh, and Levis a little bit early on
Pokemon
that dash
Classic.
means that he will not get the knock-up onto Hadley.
I've also heard it called the Care Bear Stare.
Yes, quite. Dark Binding gonna land onto King Gilgalad.
Ooh,
close on that Light Binding.
Nice.
Seymour just standing on top of a ward, casually. Walking forward, King Gilgalad. Make sure that he doesn't get caught by the Nethergrass, which is not quite off cooldown, but fairly close at this time. King Gilgalad. I wonder if he has the, Boy Toy Troy. Oh, he's gonna follow! Plays early! Chain of Corruption is gonna miss straight down the middle. Boy Toy Troy getting slowed up. Good Light Binding. Final Spark! It will be enough with Reverence coming through. The True Shot Barrage thrown in for good measure. Now the old Razzle Dazzle with all of their members, minus Hadley with the Stand United.
Boy Toy Troy, what are you doing, you might ask? But in the end, it works out pretty well. King
it was all
the
a bait.
His ults come in and they pick up a kill on a Naked Beekeeper.
All a bait. Boy Toy Troy read it. He says, they will chase me if I go in like this. pretending to be an Sonic Wave gonna follow through. King Gilgalad uses the stopwatch to keep himself alive. There's the call of the Forge God. They got the Stand United onto him. Boy Toy Troy is getting focused down, but that's a good kill. They've already killed off Seymour. Nether Grasp already used, and now they've killed Reverence on the other side. Drapius gonna get clapped by Levis. Double kill goes over to the top laner of GSM. Now Hadley is not gonna be ignored by a few members. Good double light binding. Hadley looking to try and get out of there. Dark binding. Good shadow dash comes through. Sonic Wave will land. He's not gonna follow through. Lucent Singularity thrown out to keep him away.
I don't know if this is necessarily the meta of brain dead mid champs on Mid Beasts, which I recently learned is a high elo European player. Mid Beast had a tier list come out, and what he considered, he had each champion tiered simple, moderate, and difficult. And there was not a single simple champion in the S tier. The S tier was entirely made up of moderate to difficult champions such as Aurelion Sol, Katarina, Zoe, Talia, and I am forgetting one or two. But the A tier did have champions like Morgana, Brand,
although
Malzahar.
To be fair, you could argue that Katarina's kind of a simple champion since you just press all your buttons and someone dies.
Yeah, that's true. Mid-Beast is Oceanic. I don't know. I don't know that much about him. But yes, tier list came out, and none of the simple, quote unquote simple champions were in the S tier. There were a lot in the A tier though.
Now, a lot of times simple champions can be the most effective way to climb in solo queue.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like, you don't have to focus on mechanics when you're playing a simple champion, which means you can focus on
I
other
believe,
things.
Hey, that was a nice shift over the arrow. I believe that there was, I think Donglop might have done a video on somebody who got to rank 1 as Pantheon, I think. And he was asking about it. He's like, Pantheon, doesn't have a lot of skill expression in his kit. Like, how you express skill on Pantheon is by knowing the game and getting every advantage you can.
Oh, wow. Silver Spade flashed away from that Death Sentence, so I guess Black Shield was not available, but they got Waldo here. Chain of Corruption gonna land. Throws out the Dark Passage, pulls him out to safety. Nicely done by the old Razzle Dazzle. For those of you watching the VOD, we were responding to a statement in Twitch chat saying that it was the meta of Brain Dead Champions. I thought that might get confusing for anyone.
I said it before I went into it, but
no, yeah. I mean, yes, you said, I don't think it's the meta of Brain Dead Champions, and it's like, okay. That might just be a jab at the mid laners in this game. Just like, oh, you guys are playing Brain Dead Champions. I don't think it's the meta for that.
Alright, both teams just sort of hanging out, getting some CS, poking back and forth at each other. Drapius went the blue Ezreal build, and he's really aiming for poke.
Yeah, but both junglers about to run into each other. Waldo clearing out a ward.
Just Ezreal things. Spamming Q on cooldown.
Boy Toy Troy looking for a hook. He's gonna find the Sonic Wave instead. Silver Spade, nice sidestep on the Dark Binding. Boy Toy Troy makes it clear that he can get out. Waldo just clearing out some more vision from his side of the jungle. Not a lot of wards down on the map in this game right yet. Naked Beekeeper's actually rushed the Berserker's Beast before even finishing his Winsu's Rage Blade.
He did. I mean, I imagine with the pickaxe and the recurve bow that maybe he backed and he had, 800.
Oh, Boy Toy Troy, this was not the right time to go for the ward. He's gonna get the Stand United, but it's gonna be basically wasted. Hadley even interrupted just for good measure. Levis now getting Shadow Dashed on, using the Spirit's Refuge to try and trade back with his opposite number, Hadley.
Little bit of a waste of the Shin ult, in my opinion.
I agree.
But he definitely looked like he was dead.
And Seymour trying to find King Gilgalad. The Dark Binding lands and the Chain of Corruption's off cooldown. Naked Beekeeper just gonna auto onto Drapius. He will be going down here. Naked Beekeeper just gonna auto him to death. There he goes.
That control ward almost let him get off a bit more damage. Saved him from an auto or two. And he also had a pretty good what's it called? Phase shift?
Arcane shift.
Arcane shift? Gotcha. Phase is, yeah, that's Echo's thing.
Phase dive.
Yes.
Hadley looking to try and stop Levis, but that's a big burst of damage.
Oh,
He's
no!
gonna use the Shadow Dash, and Levis will finally get the tower, but will he pay his life for it? Throws at the Q, gonna dash away. There comes Reverence. The Righteous Glory doesn't help you get away, unfortunately. Here's the flash, flag, and drag, gonna get onto him. The Shadow Dash to follow, and it's a shutdown going over to Reverence. Meanwhile, a kick onto King Gilgalad results in a kill for GSM in the mid lane.
Alright, it looks like they're going to be able to take a top tower here, but they do lose a mid tower in response.
Yeah, GSM with the ones with the 3 towers now, all 3 outers gone down in their favor, and now just getting one back for the old Razzle Dazzle. Shadow Dash.
Ooh,
Flash misses from from Hadley. The Black Shield came in. He will dodge the knockup, but the Cataclysm comes through. Redemption going to be used. Silver Spade looking for one more. The Ignite goes down. Tormented Soil, and Waldo will come in for the kill with the Sonic Wave. Looking to try, and he doesn't have kicks, so he'll just slow down Hadley. Shadow Dash gets him out, but Seymour's here. Nether Grasp is not available either, but they've got the damage. They've got the kill. It's just a matter of how long it will take. Dark Binding lands means the Dark Passage means it's not going to happen.
I keep seeing these Thresh Lanterns get thrown out to people who are just perma-CC'd.
Boy Toy Troy is just like, I can't save him. No. It's always a bad feeling. Ooh, Light Binding eaten by the passive, but Seymour gonna use the Nether Grasp. Call the Forge God will barrel through King Gilgalad, and again the Dark Passage goes unused.
In response to something in Twitch chat, generally you want to aim for the mid towers, just because they open up the map for your team to move around the most.
Which tower is the most important, or should be the focus to get first? Honestly, yes, the mid tower opens up the map the most, but if you always want to, obviously you want to try and secure tower first.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. As far as inhibitors go, though, it's actually more effective to go for side lane inhibitors than the mid lane
especially
inhibitor.
bot lane inhib, because that puts you so far away from Baron. So then as soon as that happens, your team can feel a lot more comfortable starting to get vision around there, because someone has to go respond to those super minions in the bot lane, like literally max distance away from that Baron.
Getting a side lane inhibitor means that those super minions that stream in will all focus onto that side Nexus tower, which means that when you have a side lane inhib, those minions will take a tower by themselves if left unnoticed or unpunished. Whereas if you get the mid lane inhibitor, those super minions will split between the 2 Nexus towers. It's a lot harder. Silver Spade Flash Soul Shackles! He's got the stopwatch needed and doesn't even need to use it. It's only going to send up Boy Toy Troy, but the Death Sentence will land. They use the Nether Grasp Dash for the Flash, but King Gilgalad, he's got the shields, and actually Seymour will be the one who pays the price. Call the Forge God, used by Levis, but he's over the side, flashes in. And Silver Spade doing what damage he can. Dark Binding's going to land. That's a good knockout from Levis, but he's untouchable. Razzle Dazzle cannot get through him. They killed Seymour and Waldo, but they cannot do enough damage to this Ornn.
Ornn is just untouchable in these fights right now. He only has 1 completed item, not counting boots, and already
3 for 2 in favor of GSM. Levis is tanking tower just for good measure. Takes the call of the Forge God. He might not have meant to do that. Oh, actually, he got aggro from Bramble Vest.
Oh, yeah.
That's what happened. Alright, so he's gonna be slowed up by the Iceborne. Arcane Shift forward. There's the Mystic Shot, Red Buff, and Iceborne will slow him up. Boy Torture looking for the Flay. Not gonna find it. Dark Binding is gonna land, as will the Chain of Corruption. The Death Sentence lands, but it might be too late. They can't kill Levis. He's gonna jump forward, gets the knockup onto Drapius Hadley. Levis is gonna get the shield. He will go down. Finally, shutdown goes over to Hadley.
Well, they turn what looks like it's definitely going to be a pick into at least a 1-for-1.
Stone Plate now for Levis. Light Binding on, gonna go out. The dragon is live. It's a cloud. GSM would still like to have this one. They're not in a position to contest it, really. Boy Toy Troy will be back up in 3 seconds. Dark Binding gonna miss, but the Light Binding will not. Silver Spade gonna have to stopwatch here as the True Shot Burst comes across. The Nether Grasp used. Silver Spade will be going down to Reverence. Now let's see what Naked Beekeeper can do. Waldo kicks 1 back in. Hadley gonna go down. Light Binding gonna land onto 2 with the Final Spark not available. Reverence comes around, but they just turn back around onto him. GSM, they're trying to focus him down. Dark Passage gonna go out. Reverence gonna flag a drag, gets the lantern, gets out. Waldo gets caught by the light binding. The Death Sentence will
here.
follow.
Nice.
Flashes away from the flay. Drapius still
nowhere
wants
to
him.
go.
Waldo gonna miss the Sonic Wave, but here comes the rest of GSM. Now, Naked Beekeeper gonna come forward aggressively, looking for that blue buff. And his boy Troy Dark Death Sentence gonna just be short. GSM will be the ones to start at the Cloud Dragon. Cloud Drake.
Eventually decide, not worth it to chase this fight anymore. Let's pick up this dragon. Or Drake, or whatever. Alright, Levy here in the bot lane. Full health, just standing still. He doesn't need to dodge anything. He's one tanky Ornn.
Fairly soon he will have the Warmucks, and they're gonna go for it. The call to Fortune Guard. Where is King Gilgalad going? Gets caught. Goes on a rampage for Naked Beekeeper. The ultimate use. Reverend's gonna QSS it just a little too late. We'll use the Cataclysm, and Levis will be going down. Summoner Heal comes out. Stoneblade, not enough to save you this time. GSM focusing down the tower, but they've got no minions. But King Gilgalad, look, he kind of walked forward, then wandered around for a second there.
It didn't look like he had enough health to be standing near an Ornn, who you, at that point, assume should have ultimate.
Yeah, but even when the ultimate came forward, he was still walking forward at that time.
Very dangerous decision.
So it will mean a tower goes down in favor of GSM, and now they find themselves 5 towers to 1.
Seymour gonna clear away some of these minions here in the mid lane. Baron is up, so they want to start shoving lanes and getting vision control as quickly as they can. They have the advantage, they're up a good chunk of gold. Now's the time to go for this Baron and win the game.
6k gold.
Yeah, and so to prepare for getting that Baron, they need vision control and they need to shove lanes.
Silver Spade gonna get jumped on by Drapius, gets the black shield. Dark Binding gonna miss, and now the old Razzle Dazzle are gonna continue the chase. Not too far though. No vision in that area. Naked Beekeeper picks up the red buff, heads toward the Baron area where he needs to be.
A lot of wards get spotted by that Scryer's Bloom.
They're gonna hand off this blue buff to Seymour. Actually close to being stolen there by Silver Spade's Soil.
They've got the Gwynsus. They've got the Malzahar, so between the two of them, they should be able to take this down.
Very high DPS on the side of GSM as far as that Baron goes, but Razzle Dazzle looking for some cheese. Missed the light binding, they missed the knockup, but they're gonna get the Cataclysm. Seymour jumps over the side, Nethergrasp over the wall, but Rev has the QSS. Chain of Corruption comes out, it's spreading throughout all of the old Razzle Dazzle. The Call of Fortune God goes out, light binding will catch only Waldo. Hadley gets a good Shadow Dash Flash, and Naked Beekeeper gonna get caught by the final spark. They've almost got him, they will get the shutdown with Hadley, but he will pay the price for it. It's a 1-for-1. Seymour.
It's not over yet.
Or the flash forward to the Silver Spade. Oh, flash away from Drapius. Gets the Summoner Heal. They flay him backwards. Boy Troy running for his life. Good double light binding, but no final spark to follow. But Silver Spade and Seymour will survive. Dark Binding gonna find Drapius one more time.
Drapius's ult. He is playing Ezreal, and the longer these fights go on, there are some extended fights where you can actually see Ezreal get off like a second ult at the end of him. They're pretty. I mean, it's rare. It's rare, but the way that his kit works and the fact that he can lower his cooldowns, including his ult cooldown, when you have an extended fight like that or a lot of poke going down, you can get your ult back up pretty quickly. Which is another reason to ult at the beginning of a fight as Ezreal. The main reason being that by hitting multiple enemy champions, you can stack up that attack speed from his passive very quickly and have that extra DPS going into the fight.
Exactly, and GSM immediately start up the Baron as soon as they clear vision. It's going to go down pretty quickly. The attack speed on Naked Beekeeper as well as the Leandries on Seymour just constantly ticking down the Eyes of Pain. They've got Hadley in the pit. Teleport coming through, but he gets suppressed immediately. Not the target you want to suppress, but it ends up working out because Reverence can't get into the pit. They get Hadley as the first kill, and Reverence will follow. Light Binding goes out. King Gilgalad going to try and final spark down Waldo. He will get one back.
And Gilgalad does take out Waldo, but the Baron's gone. They don't need that smite anymore. They have 4 full health members remaining. Very fed, shoving down the mid lane with a Baron buff in a 4v3. So this could very well be the end of the game.
As well as the call of the Forge God ready and waiting in Levis's back pocket. If they ever really want to force the engage, like now! Dark Binding would land onto Drapius. They're gonna shoot the call of the Forge God. He is able to get out with the Dark Passage and the Arcane Shift. Seymour gonna get played back into the tower, but the Redemption will top him off. Light Binding lands, and Seymour goes down! Naked Beekeeper now trying to kite it out. Drapius still coming forward. Mystic Shot hurts. Black Shield's gonna be used. So GSM, they lose 2 now. Just to stray CC landing from King Gilgalad.
And speaking of resetting cooldowns and getting them back quickly, Lux's ult cooldown is already 3/4 of the way done recharging.
Yeah, it gets reduced cooldown whenever you kill an enemy champion with it. The Morella Nomicon finally finished for King Gilgalad. He's down a lot compared to Seymour as far as items go, but he does finally have the Morella Nomicon.
Yeah, quite a bit behind in terms of some overall gold, as you can see there.
Sonic Wave gonna land on the Boy Toy Tray, but Waldo would be a madman to go for it. It's gonna use the Flagging Drag to get out.
Jarvan's a special champion. As long as he's not stunned, he can Q, and once he gets that Q off, if it hits the standard, then it pulls him right to it.
Yeah. Because the Q is not actually a mobility spell, it's not like disabled by roots like Dark Binding. Oh, Light Binding gonna land. Final Spark comes out. They've got the. It's not enough reference comes through, but Silver Spade
the Black Shield in time, but still too many enemy team members around, and they take him down.
I would argue that the Black Shield came a little too late because he got rooted by it. Call the Forge God used though. Levis gets a 4-man knockup. The breath comes out. Boy Torchwood barely gonna survive. Using the Arcane Comet when they can. The Cataclysm comes out. Well, Waldo secures it. Shadow Dash in. They catch Seymour. Seymour did not even get his ult up. Yes, he did, but the Stand United will come on to Drapius. Sonic Wave gonna land. Hadley gonna get caught, and he goes. Oh yeah, it will go down, but the Shadow Dash lands. Now Naked Beekeeper focused on my Reverence. The Redemption gonna come out, and he's good kiting means he survived. Drapius now trying to kite away, but Righteous Glory comes out. He's slowed up. He's breathed on. Heal comes out. Levis is chasing him down. Clap will give him 1, and a couple more autos will mean that Levis gets shut down onto Drapius.
Whew, dang. 10, 3, and 7.
And look at that Warmog's regen.
Oh, goodness. By the way, it's just a meme calling him all these various...
Silver Spade actually teleported with the Unsealed Spellbook. Soul Shackle is going to be used. Nicely sidesteps the Light Binding. The Black Shield comes out a little late. And it will be the Flash from King Gilgalad.
Silver Spade almost goes down to turret shots. Once
He
that
did have the
ramps up.
Zonyas. He did have the Zonyas.
Oh,
he's going to need to use it now! Oh. I was I was waiting for the final spark to come out, but he had the Zonyas. Is able to dodge away from the damage.
Might be chasing here.
Yeah,
he's pretty fast. He's gonna give it up.
Okay, so Naked Beekeeper does have a Blade of the Rune King now. It is what allowed him to survive that fight against Rev Rifts. Just jumping all over him. King Gilgalad can be handed off his blue buff.
Yeah, both teams just sort of squaring up once again. Baron's not up, Dragon's not up. There are a lot of exposed inhibitors here though, so with the gold lead that they have, 8k, that's pretty substantial. I would imagine.
GSM really wants to look for those inhibitors to get some added pressure on the map, and then all they really have to worry about is top lane.
Mm-hmm. I would hope that they just, 5-man or 1-4 or 2-3 or something to just press down on these inhibitors here while they have this advantage.
Look at Levis's build. He's got Stoneplate Locket. He's going to be giving some big shields to his team.
Before they made those changes to Stoneplate to nerf it a bit, that was even better. You could see people like Nunu giving their team like 2,000 HP shields. It's crazy.
Razzle Dazzle trying to hold off on these inhibitors going down. Naked Beekeeper just doesn't want to get caught by any of those abilities.
I really think that they could take a fight here, but they just seem a little bit worried about it. I guess they are kind of a pit comp, so maybe they're just trying to wait for someone to overstep, but why engage when you're 8k behind?
Just wait for the Dark Binding to land onto somebody important, or for somebody to step forward for the Chain of Corruption, and then you pop Call of the Forge God, force the rest of them to come in. Black Shield used onto Waldo. So that Black Shield is down, and that's the old Razzle Dazzle. They want to look for a fight during that time.
Just Ordinal, just do it.
Desson's cool close there on the side. Oh, here we go. That's what you're asking for. Call of the Forge God comes out, and it's only going to knock up one. And now Levis is in a bad spot. Detson's going to be eaten by the Black Shield, but they'll flag and drag in. Get a good play from Boy Toy Troy. The Shadow Dash comes in, and Redemption is going to keep Seymour alive for just one more auto. Levis is going to do what he can, but the Cataclysm comes out. They shut him down. Silver Spade is going to be going down here. Gets played back in the Light Binding, but they will kill King Gilgalad. The Stand United was not enough, but now Naked Beekeeper moving forward aggressively because he's got the damage. He's got the Hail of Arrows, Razzle Dazzle running away. They've got 3 members low. It's a 3v1 on the map, a Naked Beekeeper moving forward confidently. Drapius is going to go forward, though, aggressively, though. QSS comes out. Detson's not going to land from Boy Toy Troy. Throws out the Dark Passage. They're still trying to chase onto him. Drapius is going to eat the Hail of Arrows. Going to take some minion aggro. Going to flash forward for the Arcane Shift. And he loses the 1v1.
Yeah, Varus at this stage of the game does a lot of damage. And all 3 of those members did not have the health bars to fight him there.
And Drapius thought he did. Surprisingly enough, he had died with Summoner Heal. But even if he had used it, Naked Beekeeper had his own Summoner Heal.
Yeah. Gentleman's agreement.
So,
no summoners.
No summoners.
Outside of the Flash.
1v1 Rust.
Alright, and both teams now heading towards Baron, though GSM is getting the jump on it, and they have 2 people that can absolutely melt this. They don't have any Mountain Drakes, however.
No vision on the side of the old Razzle Dazzle. Hadley's bot lane without teleport. Well, without Stand United, he does have the teleport. It's going down very quickly, and the old Razzle Dazzle, they can't even get close. Dark Binding is going to land. They're going to use the Dark Passage. Chain of Corruption just barely doesn't find him.
Gotta keep that in mind. Jarvan is not really as rooted as he may seem. Oh, here we go.
Oh, that blue trinket is going to come out. Oh, the Light Binding finds 2, but no final spark invested because they're not who they wanted. But Reverence gets blown up immediately. Naked Beekeeper goes unstoppable. Levis in the middle of the enemy team now. Hadley did not have the Stand United, and Reverence dies instantly.
I think Drapius kind of blew their cover there. I don't think GSM was actually that suspicious until the Q came out from that direction.
Maybe not, but the Dark Binding will land. Boy Toy Troy gonna have to back away. GSM is gonna pick up 2 inhibitors for that falter by the old Razzle Dazzle.
Ooh, barely doesn't land the hook.
Levis gets a 3-man knockup. Naked Beekeeper, he will have the Chain of Corruption here up fairly soon if the old Razzle doesn't continue to chase. It could be the turn by GSM because here they go. Detson's gonna be eaten by Levis with the Black Shield.
Alright, so they have the Baron buff. They took down 2 inhibitors, but the super minions aren't here yet. So they're going to go to the Elder Drake first, and then probably come back to these waves with the Baron, with the Elder, with the super minions, and then close out this game.
This is a triple elemental Drake Dragon.
Yeah, so it's 45 plus 45 plus 45 plus 45, right?
180 damage over 2 seconds every time you get hit by any member of GSM.
Which is pretty significant when you're someone like...
Oh! Boy Toy Troy stole away the blue buff, but will he pay the price? Levis is not going to get the knockup. Silver Spade looking for a Dark Binding, but the Light Binding will find him instead. Final Spark going to be used. Black Shields will eat up most of it.
He just puts down the Black Shield. He's like, that's enough.
Yeah, with the Locket of the Iron Solari Resistances, he does find himself a little bit healthier with no Void Staff for King Gilgalad either. King Gilgalad just too far behind to do damage. You really do have to get ahead with some picks in the mid game for Lux to continue to be effective.
Varus is bringing up this super minion wave with Baron buff.
Oh, but the distance will land onto Waldo, but it's not anyone the old Razzle doesn't want to go for. They really have to blow up Naked Beekeeper or Seymour at the beginning of the fight. Descent's gonna land onto Waldo, but the Flag and Dread will be invested. The Black Shield eats the taunt, and they will use the Nether Grasp onto Hadley. Waldo goes in, the Redemption gonna top them all up. The Final Spark doesn't even phase Naked Beekeeper with the Wit's End. Redbird's gonna go down to follow. Boy Toy Troy gonna get Soul Shackle stunned. Silver Spade picks up one for himself as GSM look to end the game. versus Nexus Tower falls. Levis gonna dash onto nothing, but Drapius is getting clapped by him as the Nexus falls, and GSM will find themselves 3-0 after 3 weeks of OKLCS.
Whew. Well, the game was like, pretty back and forth for a while there in the beginning. The ending was pretty clean. They take down the inhibitors without losing any members. They go and pick up the Elder Dragon, then they come back and bring in the super minions with the Baron buff. So, clean ending. They don't lose anybody. They do it by the book there at the end and use their lead. A little bit longer than maybe it needed to be, maybe. When you're that ahead with a pit comp, you think that maybe you could close the game out a little bit quicker. But they take it slow, they play it safe, and they win the game convincingly.
Yeah, so nicely done by GSM. They will have that 3-0, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, puts them in sole possession of first place. Yes, I think that's correct. Because OGR lost this week.
Mm-hmm.
They were the other 2-0 team. So, United is One was also 2-0, but they also lost this week. No, United is One lost last week.
Yes.
Man, it's hard. Anyway, that is going to be GSM taking down the old Razzle Dazzle. We have one more game of Platinum Capped here for you tonight. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in just a few minutes. Internet, hello and welcome back to OKLCS Spring 2018, Week 3 of Platinum Capped. We just saw, once again, the GSM take down the old Razzle Dazzle to go 3-0 in the first 3 weeks of OKLCS. So they currently have sole possession of first place. But that was then. This is now. We do have one more game of Platinum Cap for you today, which is between Ironman, by the way, and Brahms Bodybuilders. Without further ado, going ahead and getting into the game. It is Ironman, by the way, on the blue side up against Brahms Bodybuilders on the red side. Both of these teams coming into this match 0-2, trying to turn around their momentum on both sides. Despite what may be the efforts of either of the two teams, one of them has to win this week. So, as far as picks and bans go, it is on the side of Ironman, by the way. They banned away in the first rotation Sejuani, Tom Kench, and Malzahar. A fourth shot is taking some damage here.
Not paying attention. Uh-oh.
It's just going to be a few more of those pumpkin bombs. Probably just going to recall anyway. Tom Kench, Sejuani, and Malzahar banned away by Ironman, by the way, in the first rotation. On the other side, Camille, Evelyn, and Riven taken away from Ironman, by the way. And then on the other side...
picks.
On the other side, Anivia and Kog'Maw banned in the second rotation by Ironman away from BBB. And BBB will have taken away the Xin Zhao and the Bard in their second rotation of bans.
Yeah. I imagine, like, while Malzahar is strong, I imagine that it's probably something that Demon Prit has played a lot of. Otherwise, you wouldn't ban it without really knowing. So I imagine that's target ban. Same goes for Riven.
Zoe comes through.
Yeah, then Zoe comes through. I feel like the same thing probably goes for Riven and maybe even Evelyn. I don't know. I ban Evelyn in my solo queue games. So.
We've seen a lot of Zoe's in Platinum Capped, actually, in particular, do very well. Or maybe it's Gold Capped that I'm thinking.
We've seen her a lot in Gold Capped.
Okay.
I know that for sure. I don't know if she's just been banned or if the Diamond and Plat people don't like playing her as much. But
I imagine it's probably been banned. Of the Diamond Cap mid laners I know that play it, very few times do I imagine they get to play it.
Yeah, no, it's still pretty strong at the moment. They have more nerfs for it, even more for poor Zoe coming up next patch. Dang, a lot of poke onto Repit.
Yeah. This is the unfortunate thing about the Alistair level 1. Actually, he missed some EXP because he had to back early.
I thought something was strange here. Repit's attack speed is very low because he didn't take precision.
Oh, the Arcane Comet.
I was like, why are his autos so slow? And that would be the answer.
Oh, okay.
Makes a big difference.
Yeah,
I think going precision gives you like 19% attack speed or something crazy.
Yeah, and almost certainly is it the better keystone for Varus, but, you know, oh, hold on a second. Let's stop about this, because Gimme the Tendies gets a good riposte on the Speed Machine, but here comes Showtime behind. He's gonna come in with the power ball.
Speed Machine's really
low.
Nice
sidestep from Gimme the Tendies. The flash taunt will come through. There's the knockup hill will be flashed, and here comes the King. Misses the stretching strikes because Speed Machine did flash, but Showtime is gonna give up first blood.
Nice.
4-Shot gets a 2-man combo. Repit gonna come through. The bubble misses. 4-Shot does not have the level 3, so cannot get a stun with his auto.
He did take Comet. I wonder what build he's gonna be going then.
Yeah. Sometimes you still go the on-hit build on Varus, even with the Comet. It's just sort of the lane dominant build, or Keystone rather. The lane dominant Keystone, where you go Arcane Comet because your E slows and it also applies it, so you can just hit him with it easily.
Oh no, I mean, and that's like in practice that generally works pretty well and makes a big difference.
Good riposte from Gimme the Tendies on the Speed Machine. Gonna take a couple tower shots for that trade though, but he's got double buffs. He's about ready to take a recall anyway.
Yeah, and part of why Sion, and obviously there's a lot to these champions, but part of why Sion and Camille are really strong right now is they have ways to proc Comet that are unavoidable for the enemy laners. Camille with her W, and Sion with his E and even his Q if he lands even just a decent stun. Or a decent slow.
The knockup. Oh, and the slow too. Oh, good double combo from 4Shot. Nicely sidesteps the bubble. The auto will land. Ignite goes down, but legit got his heal up in time. The flash auto from 4Shot. It's not
Rapid
gonna
flashes,
be enough.
but doesn't have the auto range or any abilities.
Oh man, but here comes Showtime. Gonna powerball in, taunts up Rapid, and that's an easy bubble for Napalm. But legit gets caught. He's gonna go down to 4Shot in trade for legit. Or for Rapid rather. Now 4Shot running up the river. He's got his mid laner coming in soon, but Showtime, does he have the powerball? He does. There's the comes through. The taunt not gonna be used.
Alright, so there we saw legit be a part of that first kill? No, because Ramus got the kill. Yeah.
So that's one of those times where it's like, if your team's got the kill, don't come back in. Give me the tendency, we'll take a tower shot first. Doubles, and actually walks into the knockup from Speed Machine. Takes another tower shot. What is he doing?
It's all a bait. He's trying to hit level 6 and ult, because it is very hard for a champion like Sion to fight Yora after an ult.
Yeah. He's got the Tiamat finished. He's got a very large CS lead over Speed Machine. Oh, unlucky. The Speed Machine gonna throw out the Roar of the Slayer. He's actually gone for Aftershock. So not the Arcane Comet build on Sion that you're talking about. I do rather like the Arcane Comet Sion.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah. The junglers just gonna thumbs up each other as they walk away. The King has a 1 camp lead on Showtime. And things are gonna calm down. Rapid is growing a CS lead over legit. Lane's
that minion. I love the little Zoe balloon. It's like tied to its wrist. Just sort of
it's like a little kid. It's like if you don't tie it to its wrist, it'll lose it. It'll fly away, and then it'll be. It's like, oh, I let go of my balloon. Now I'm gonna cry about it. I love kids. Don't get me wrong. I really do love kids. It's just sort of like a fun thing to make fun of because it's true.
Ah, doesn't quite land that on the Shafty, but still gonna go for the Q anyway.
That's a good power paddle star on the Shafty. Shafty's very low on mana. Went for the blasting wand first, rather than going for the catalyst to build into that Rod of Ages. 4Shot just continuing to zone. He doesn't really care about the damage that Legit's putting onto him.
I think maybe Nami's speed boost actually.
Oh, knockup comes out onto legit, sidesteps the bubble once again. He's gonna get a stun off, but Repit not anywhere close, so that cannot go for anything. But here comes the power ball from Showtime.
Ooh, good substantial damage.
Yeah, both junglers though on their way here. Powerball coming in from Showtime. 4Shot is gonna eat it. The taunt comes through, but there's the elastic slingshot. Bubble will only find the support. Get the stretching strikes and a good knockup from 4Shot, and Showtime goes down, as does Napalm.
Nice gank on the part of the King.
And the chain corruption, Rapid hits the level 6, legit, no follow-up, but the stretching strikes will knock him back in, and 4Shot just gonna stand there as the King will eat the tower shots all day.
Alright, yeah, he hits level 6 during all that commotion and uses it to get ult and get an additional kill, and maybe not tower. It looks like it's pretty high health and they don't have enough minions. Oh, the King!
Oh, close. The ultimate.
And that would be
that is the passive. Unlucky for the King, not giving tower aggro to who he wanted. By the way. So the King pops back up after being blobbed, still hanging around the bot side. Double control wards in the bush, just to make sure.
He does have his ultimate. When he came in for that gank initially, he was level 5.
Oh,
now he has the ultimate.
He's gonna find it on a Napalm. Let's Bounce gonna come through after the combo. It will be another King for the Iron Man, by the way. Give me the tendies. Now, continuing to go aggressive on the Speed Machine, taking a lot of tower shots for it, but he's got lifesteal. He's not feeling threatened by Speed Machine, and it's resulting in a 26 CS lead.
He King just still sitting down here. All of his jungle camps are alive except his red buff, and he doesn't care.
Yeah, Showtime is gonna try and punish it, or not. Where you see Showtime on the map really just not doing anything. Like he's been sitting there for like 20 seconds now. He's trying to find something on the Demon Print, but there's the wall coming out from Shafty. Gonna flash away, gonna get the power ball in. Will it be enough? Demon Print gonna flash forward, uses the stopwatch. It will be him going down. Showtime will pick up the kill.
All right, Shafty there, he was clear of the Sleepy Trouble Bubble, but he actually flashed into it. Luckily, Rammus was there, tanking up anything that Zoe might have wanted to throw at him.
I think he walked into it and then flashed away from the paddle star. Because, yeah, I saw the flash, and I think he would used it to dodge the paddle star.
Gotcha.
But Shafty's still yet to finish his Rod of Ages, unfortunately. So that will not be stacking for the mid laner of BBB.
I'm quite excited for the AP item changes, given that they're putting together 3 mana items.
Oh,
like
hold on a second.
Oh.
Teleport from Gimme the Tendies behind. There's no tower here if you remember. Repid is here. Flash Chain of Corruption will land after the flash. Legit flashed in a straight line. Gimme the Tendies gonna go down. They got the combo. They got the stun from Force Shot onto Napalm, and Napalm now on the run. The hail of arrows will come through just to continue to slow him up, and Repid gonna pick up one for himself.
Alistar doing a little bit of body blocking, standing right in front of Nami, trying to just sort of walk back and forth, slow her down just a bit. I think there's only like 2 champions that still have the ability to passively walk through units. And then Phantom Dancer, unless they got rid of that.
Let's see. Fizz?
Fizz and Hecarim can walk through champions.
I thought they took that off of Hecarim.
I think he can only do it when he's Eing or something.
Oh, that might be it. But yeah, Fizz still has that. That's pretty neat.
I mean, it's extra powerful, and so, like, well, extra powerful. It is powerful, but it's part of what they have to have on Fizz to make him work. Letting him walk through minions so he can last hit more flexibly.
Yeah.
Because sometimes...
Because he'll just get destroyed in lane.
Yeah. If you got creep blocked all the time as someone like Fizz, who literally doesn't have any, like, range, any trading power or anything ranged to get you that CS, you need to be able to walk in and out of those minions for some sort of advantage, some sort of compensation.
Yeah. Man, I miss Fizz. You know, a lot of people complain about Fizz, especially when he's strong. But I actually think Fizz is the epitome of good champion design. The King now is going to get onto Showtimes, manages to steal away a big one. That's a good knock-up from Force Shot, and the Sleepy Trouble Bubble means he can't get away.
Oh,
and he will
just short.
go down. No, he gets the heal from Nathan. They killed up the King. The bubble lands, and that's Force Shot going down. Sleepy Trouble Bubble gonna land you, and then gonna... You know, it's cleansed by Shafty. What? Shafty went for a cleanse for no reason. And Gimme the Tendi's gonna find Speed Machine on his way in. He's just doing Fiora things, split pushing, drawing pressure as Repit is sent to the top lane to push in that outer tower. Sleepy Trouble Bubble actually gonna land onto Shafty again. That's about half his health chunked by that paddle star afterwards. And another tower goes down in favor of Ironman, by the way, in the top lane. So now 2 towers to 0, almost 6k gold lead in their favor at only 13 minutes. There's a slow. The bubble is gonna land. Good bubble from its Napalm, but here comes the rest of Iron Man. By the way, the combo from Force Shot. Napalm flashes. There's the tidal wave gonna be used, and he will be able to survive thanks to his flash and his ultimate. But Iron Man, by the way, now with pressure in the mid lane, no wave, and legit might just get dove if he stays. Oh, and the Trouble Bubble land, no flash if you remember. And there we go, the combo comes in, and Demon Prince snipes him down. Showtime gets in. Gonna go for the taunt of the King. Iron Man, by the way, go for the tower, and they will get a Chain of Corruption. Misses from Repit. Most missed skill shot in competitive play. Or probably not. There's probably like regular abilities that you miss a lot more just because you throw them out more.
When it comes to ult
Sleepy Trouble will land, and there he goes. Gets the combo. Shafty flashes away.
Wow,
Bounce not used, but legit will get auto down. Demon Rin gets in with the more sparkles. Now the taunt. Oh, nice flash from the Gimme the Tendies to dodge the knockup. Now does he have the damage? Gets the stopwatch. He's not the kill, and Showtime will go down. Now Speed Machine getting aggressed on by Gimme the Tendies. He's got the lifesteal. Dive steps the knockup, and now Speed Machine is in trouble, but he's got the armor reduction. Give me the Tendies, it's so low, and he's gonna go down. Flash auto for whatever reason, because there was a Karthus ult coming in. Why would you flash for that?
Maybe he had Riposte up soon? I don't know.
BBB, that's the second time they've wasted a summoner spell when it clearly wasn't going to work. Shafty cleansed a trouble bubble to chase somebody who was already out of range. Speed Machine flashes to secure a kill that the Karthus ult had. Alright, so Showtime gonna pick up his own red buff. He is down a substantial amount now to the King. The King, 85 CS, quote-unquote CS, to 56 on the side of Showtime.
Yes.
So give me the tendies. Goes Ravenous Hydra into Guardian Angel. Doesn't even have the... So normally you would expect to see either of the Phage items out of Fiora.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go Trinity Force against Squishies, but seeing as he's up against a tank, you would expect the Black Cleaver for Give Me the Tendies. Instead, he's gone straight for the Guardian's Angel.
Yeah, both of those items usually end up being pretty good for her, especially because being able to have that Q that's both dashed and more ranged, and then an auto.
Fourth shot, gonna get covered the bubble. The Powerball will come through. He taunted up as well. Will use the Unbreakable Whale so that he doesn't get chained up by that trap. Now the Rift Herald started up by Iron Man by the way. And it goes down. Rift Herald over to Iron Man. Now they Sleepy Trouble will almost catch a Shafty. You see CS leads increasing for all three lanes of Iron Man by the way. 113 to 75 for Repit over Legit. 127 for Demon Print over Shafty. 154 to 113 for Give Me the Tendies over Speed Machine. And even in the jungle, the King is vastly out-jungling Showtime in this game. We're gonna land onto Shafty. The paddle start gonna come through. The cleanse comes out, and the elastic slingshot will be watched by Shafty, but it will not get him out of the Let's Bounce. The redemption is gonna be avoided as well, thanks to him pulling him out. And now the Sleepy Trouble lands, and now Legit gonna get comboed by 4-shot. Unstoppable onslaught from Speed Machine will catch 4-shot. He's gonna use the stopwatch to drop tower aggro. Let's Bounce comes, or the elastic slingshot from the King comes in. Showtime doing what he can, but he's gonna get melted down by Iron Man by the way. With the combo, the paddle star comes through. 4-shot gives his life for the cause. Elastic slingshot comes out. The King gonna get the aftershock, and he will survive. Well, he'll get blobbed. Give Me the Tendies and Demon Print will pick up the ace onto Speed Machine. They gotta keep the blobs alive. And here comes the ultimate, the Requiem, and dodged by the Riposte from Give Me the Tendies, and everyone will survive.
Alright, now they're going to be pressing for this inhibitor. They can't really get it. There are 3 members back up because that fight was taking so long.
Yeah, they are going to get the tower at the very least. Flash away from Demon, or the W Flash rather, away from Demon Print. They're going to throw out the Sleepy Trouble, but it lands onto Napalm. Demon Print will go for the paddle star onto it, but nope, doesn't get the combo. Ace in the hole will come out. Now with Baron Empowered recalls on everyone except Give Me the Tendies. Oh no, I'm sorry. It was just one Baron Empowered recall from the King because he had the Rift Herald. I thought it was Baron, but it's only 18 minutes into the game. Baron has not yet spawned. I heard the Baron Empowered recall.
And I know, it makes you think it's Baron.
No flame though for people who don't realize when the Rift Herald is despawning.
Alright, so what are we going to see them do next? Probably go for a dragon, but they have a pretty substantial lead, as you can see, like 13k,
They could really
12K.
just force, honestly. If Showtime doesn't have the Powerball, then the King can just come in with the Elastic Slingshot on anybody. Or they could do that, or they could just continuously throw out Sleepy Trouble bubbles until one lands.
Yeah,
this is Iron Man's game to lose.
Yeah. They have a solid CS lead top, jungle, and bot. There's a CS lead mid, but it's not like super giant. But still, between that and the 10 kills that they're up and the 7 towers that they're up, they have a huge goal lead. They just need to group up and make something of it.
Ocean Drake picked up for Iron Man, by the way. Showtime trying to clear out the control ward. The King is just doing what he can to defend it for as long as it will stay alive. But Showtime gonna powerball into him, gonna stretching strikes onto him, but the knockup not gonna come through. The bubble will not land either. Now Gimme the Tendy's gonna go onto Shafty. The redemption coming through. He just used the ult, goes back in. Redemption comes out. The tidal wave will land, and he will lose the Guardian Angel. But here comes the rest of Iron Man, by the way, the chain of corruption spreading throughout them, and now he comes back in. Legit goes down. The King is now going in again. Let's bounce, lands the Sleepy Trouble, finds Speed Machine and BBB on the run. Gimme the Tendy flashes over the side, gets onto Shafty. The bubble will not land, and it will be a kill onto the mid laner BBB. Napalm going to fall down as well. The Requiem not going to find anybody. And now Iron Man, by the way, with 4 members dead and the Rift Herald, they might just go for an end.
Yeah, they were so focused on killing Gimme the Tendies coming out of that GA there that they completely ignored the remainder of Iman, who immediately engaged onto them. And even though the death timers are relatively short,
yeah,
as it's
that
20 minutes
Rift
into the
Herald's
game,
still alive,
it
and
looks
Iron
like
Man,
they're
by the
gonna
way,
take
looking for the end. A 20-minute victory for Iron Man, by the way, to secure themselves their first victory in OKLCS.
All right, well, GG both teams and everyone else who has played tonight. Before we sign off, we will mention the results from those other 2 games.
One more
not able to
time,
be streamed.
we do have the OGR versus Reign of Kings Platinum, Oklahoma Platinum Rush versus Reign of Kings Platinum. That was a victory for Reign of Kings Platinum. And on the side of United as One Platinum versus the Deathcap for Cutie. Deathcap for Cutie were the ones who took that victory.
Take the win, yep. So that's all of the results for the week. We'll be updating the standings and whatnot tomorrow sometime, as well as stats if they're not already up for week 3.
Yep.
On top of that, there are a PUBG and Hearthstone tournament coming up, just if anybody's interested, on the 17th for PUBG and 24th for Hearthstone, both free, and there will be a fireside gathering aspect at a coffee shop and more for anyone who wants to show up to play.
Yep. All right, so that will be it for us, and we hope to see you on Sunday's stream for once again Gold Capped and Diamond Capped Week 4, and then hopefully Monday for Platinum Capped Week 4. Thank you all so much for watching, and hope to see you next weekend.